fucking thing sucks!
Net gaming. Net gaming. Net gaming. Fuck you! Fuck you! And fuck you! Who's next? Oh my god. I fart in your general direction.
Welcome back, everybody. It's another episode of Boob Tube, and of course, it's not Boob Tube without my lovely co-hostesses, Casey, Carter, and Desiree. Hello. Oh, I guess it's not working. It's not keeping us in. Hello, ladies.
Hey.
It seems like we have us a new U.S. resident. She's still in the States. We're gonna take away your maple leaf.
I gotta go and smuggle some maple syrup back.
You keep your goddamn hands off of our real Vermont maple syrup. None of that Canadian shit.
Right. Well, we're back after the last Exotica of 2022. Which went without a bang.
Oh, thank God. It's all over with.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Just in time for the holidays.
Oh my God, the holidays.
The holidays.
Ho, ho, ho. Can I just say, Evan Stone as Santa is fucking epic.
Yes, he did a fantastic job and loved it the whole time. It was like his own signing booth. It was like a 50-foot signing booth with Evan Stone.
Yo, he was freaking awesome. Like, I have never seen anybody more excited to be a Santa than Evan. He's dope, though. He's dope. I definitely have always loved him, but this year I was just like, wow. Yeah, he was just like, come sit on my lap. And loved it. So, for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, Exotica DC had this huge holiday, like, come sit on Santa.
Here, we'll give him the view. There it is.
Oh yeah. Yes, it was freaking awesome, epic. Now, what you can't see back there is like the Griswold sign and the lamp from A Christmas Story and like amazing props. So Brittany did an amazing job. Congratulations, Brittany. Let's give her a round of applause. Yes, it was fucking awesome. So great show. 2022 goes without a bang.
Oh, so many bangs. So many bangs.
Yes, so many bangs. It was an epic year.
Holy Jesus. I feel like we're all still recovering from it.
Can you tell? We're all sitting here like...
So, hey guys, welcome to Boo Tube. Yeah.
If she says epic one more time.
Did anybody actually watch TV? Because every time I turned it on, I just fell asleep. So that's basically been my like 2 weeks running.
I did.
Good, Desiree.
I'm glad someone did.
Seriously.
Did you, Casey?
Yes, I did.
Thank goodness. Because I did, but I couldn't tell you what it was. I have no recollection. Between Claritin, Mucinex, and lots and lots of Z's.
Weed.
No. No.
Lots and lots of weed.
The last time I did a gummy. I was walking around the Sheridan like a zombie, like Walking Dead. Yeah, no. Although maybe I should have. It might have made me feel better.
Smoke weed every day.
Yes. Well, Desiree, why don't you start us off tonight and tell us something that you've been watching?
Okay, so something really super fun that I was watching actually was 90 Day Fiance because it was the tell-all. And it was the wrap-up one.
I was gonna say,
So
isn't
there
that
was
Jade? That's
Bro,
Jade's
I've
show.
been
Yeah.
I've been so out of it that I didn't even realize that 90 Day Fiance like was wrapping up.
Oh, it was.
I
So
gotta get on
they
this.
brought back there's a Russian girl, I think, or she's like Ukrainian or something. I don't know. Maybe she's Vietnamese. No, I'm just joking. Okay.
Oh my
I'm not
god.
sure.
Please do
But
not take offense to anything that Desiree says. It does not express
no,
the same sentiment from Exotica or other hostesses.
exactly. It's an inside joke. Okay.
It's an inside joke.
It's an inside joke. Or go
Well, you
watch
went from
past
Russian to
episodes if you
Vietnamese,
want.
like it was a big jump.
Well, she
Yeah,
did
go watch
Ukraine. She
past
went Russia to
episodes
Ukraine.
if you want to understand what we're talking about. Anyway, so yeah, so she came back. She was dating somebody else from America. She ended up like not it didn't end up working out with her match or the first person she was like came to America for, and but she still loved him. So anyways, it didn't work out. Then the other guy felt like he was like taken for a ride because when they did the whole tell all, everybody was like sitting on the couch and stuff. They came out, and then she like went right to the first guy. So the second guy felt like, he felt like shit and was like, what, like, were you just using me or, green card or what? And it was
Bro,
terrible.
news flash. You're on 90 Day Fiance. Yes, you're being used. You are being used for a
Right?
green card. Like, is it really that fucking hard to wrap your head around that,
Apparently.
like,
Well,
Jesus
then maybe the
fucking
show should
Christ.
have been called Mail Order Bride.
Search for a green card. Search for a sucker.
There you go.
The
So,
sucker
and then
search.
I don't know if you guys remember, okay, Colt, he used to be on there. He was dating, like, he's from Vegas. He was dating this other girl. I don't know where she was from, to be honest. But now he's not on there anymore, but his mom is.
Oh,
So the mom,
that was that fucking weird
Debbie,
dude with the neck beard.
yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, neck beard. He's
What's
like
a
Casey,
neck beard?
he literally has the like
your faces are epic.
it's no facial hair, like no mustache, no chin hair. It starts like below his chin and it's just his neck that has like the long beard.
Okay.
That is
Yeah,
weird.
so his mom's on there now. So I was just like super shocked to see that she was on there and everything it was like, bleh, like Exorcist, verbal diarrhea.
You dropped something.
Debbie is his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah. She
Wow.
looks like the inside of your lungs after you smoke cigarettes for 50 years. Like that's literally what her.
Be a cheerleader.
Yeah, no, it's
You know that commercial where she's like,
I used to be a cheerleader, but I started smoking cigarettes.
oh my
Okay.
Oh, the things that we remember. Anyway, so Debbie's on the show. Who is she engaged
Yeah.
to?
I don't even know, to be honest. I
she's
was
not
just
engaged.
like,
She's just getting dick down.
probably.
Jay!
Yeah,
Such vulgar language.
Debbie.
Debbie
Debbie's
gets
getting
jealous.
the
Debbie gets wheelbarrowed. Yeah, no, it's like it's a thing.
No. What was it? No.
Oh,
what was
yeah.
it I learned the other day? The Paris Tower. Do you know what that is?
I don't, but I want to know.
So we were in a YouTube live and somebody said something about the Paris Tower, the Eiffel Tower, that's what it's called. And I was
There we
like,
go.
what the fuck is the Eiffel Tower? So apparently it's when two people are doing this and then there's somebody that's down here doing this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kind of like the
the
wobbly
Eiffel
H.
Tower. Yeah, kind of like
okay.
that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Jay wants to find out. Any takers?
Casey, what's with that look on your face? Fix your face,
What?
Casey. What are you doing?
I said this at
Sorry.
the beginning of the show. Her facial expressions are epic.
Oh man. Yep. See, there you go. That's much better.
Casey could do a whole show with no voice, like laryngitis, and just be like,
There you go. Okay, so what now? Okay, so let's talk about some other random sex positions. And
Debbie gets
another
construction
thing.
lessons.
No,
Debbie?
another thing on 90 Day Fiance, they were doing the Karma Sutra.
Well, okay. Debbie was, but she had a bad hip, so she's got to actually just lay down. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's the London Bridge.
Debbie does construction lessons. Jason.
Jason made it funny. Okay,
Oh, dude, that's a good
Jason
one.
made it funny. That was
Oh,
good.
man.
We got to give him.
By
a
the
round
way,
of
Jason,
applause.
yes, I do. Yes, I do still have the mustache. I know inquiring minds want to know, so you know.
You got to show us. Put your little bubble out.
Yeah.
Where's the J cam? Oh, here we go.
The
J
J
cam.
cam.
Here we go. I just stick myself up here. I mean, look at this. It's really coming in. Got a second layer of Just for Men that has come into it. It's very difficult when you're using a little comb and you got to comb in the Just for Men. You got to make sure you don't get it all, because if it's jet black, then it's obviously you got some like poly walnuts thing going on or something. So like instead, I gotta let those just like
Here and there.
just little grays. You see that?
Scattered grays.
See
No,
a little smattering.
Not the
like,
J cam. It's the stash cam.
the stash cam. That's what it is. So yes, Jason, I still have it, and it's fabulous.
Yeah, the mustache has a Twitter and a Instagram now. You can follow him at Jay's Stash.
JaysMustacheRides.com.
Oh, well.
I cannot.
Oh man. Okay.
Oh my god. I could just imagine him like on a gondola and like choo 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 choo. Right mustache. Anyways, yes. Casey, what have you been watching?
Debbie does construction. Big fan.
So
It's an obscure show.
I watched on Netflix Wednesday.
Oh,
yeah.
have you gotten the whole way through it, or how far are you
All
into
of
it?
it. I
You
basically
binged that shit, huh?
watched. Yes, it was good as fuck. First and foremost, the big props to the girl who plays Wednesday.
Jenna
Because
Ortega.
The character, so the character in the shows was just the daughter, and her name was Wednesday. But in this show, she has a
She is the show.
personality.
Yeah.
She has a personality, and you get to see what happens when you're born to Morticia and what's his face? Gomez. Yeah, it was really, really good to have this no-name actress play this character that's very obscure. You don't know a whole lot about the character because she was always a little girl on the show. And then her parents are Catherine Zeta-Jones and Louis Guzman, who
Very weird choice.
yeah, and the minute they're on the screen, you figure, okay, we're about to switch and be about them. And you could have almost had no-name characters playing those two people versus paying money for those two people. But it was really, really good. I mean, she has such a tremendous. Whoever wrote the story for Wednesday as a character did a really great job of making her what you would expect Morticia and Gomez's daughter to be, and then making her feel relevant to 2022.
Listen, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this because I've Googled her and I know how old she is. She's hot as fuck. Like she is, she is because it's a little questionable, right? I mean, like she does.
She's a petite, a very
little
petite,
tiny, like petite chick. Also 20 years old, and
legal.
she does a fantastic job. And just she's like cute but weird, but like all kinds of like whatever. I tend to like creepy girls like that, so she definitely does it for me.
And her wardrobe was spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. Agreed. I mean, to the extent where you would say to yourself, that's not my style, but Wednesday is my style.
Yeah, Wednesday's my style.
Yeah, I think they also did well on the cinematography because it had like that kind of gloomy look, but not too gloomy where it overshadowed the actual.
Well, they juxtapose it a lot too with like big bright colors and
Yes,
whatever. I mean, even her roommate is like this like
Right.
rainbow bright kind of like
Hi.
character, and you see the
Right.
split down the middle of the room, and she's
Yes.
like on this like like rainbow ride on one side, and she's like in the morgue on the other side.
Right.
But,
Louise.
you know,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's also fascinating that when you describe her roommate as this rainbow bright, you have to also mention the fact that they're at a school for special kids, like
For creepy
I don't
kids.
even
No,
Yeah,
for like fucked up creepy kids.
Or
They
outcasts.
have outcasts. They have werewolves. They have like
mermaids,
Magicians,
sirens.
sorcerers.
Yeah.
sirens, right? So it's not just that they sent her away to boarding school and her roommate was rainbow bright. Her roommate was a little wolf girl who hadn't yet fanged out, and her mother was ashamed of the fact that she hadn't fanged out. And you're like, again, they made it so very 2022. Like they normalized the fact that these kids weren't normal. And that was a big thing.
Yeah. What were you gonna say about Guzman?
Luis Guzman actually lives in my hometown in Vermont. He's been there
Oh.
for
Oh, nice.
a handful of years, and he's the nicest fucking guy. My cousin actually is his like groundskeeper at his house, and he is a very chill, weed smoking fucking cool dude. Not to blow him up too much, but he comes to the diner whenever we're at home. He'll walk in, buy donuts, sit down, shoot the shit, like wander around. Just that you would never in a million years expect him to be like a fucking movie star, and yet there he is.
It's interesting because Lorenzo was telling me they're the same age. He's certain they probably played together as kids because they grew up in the same neighborhood.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm guessing he's a New Yorker, right? Or New
yeah,
York? Yeah.
New York.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those goddamn New Yorkers coming into Vermont, buying all our land. Yeah.
Okay, you don't have to worry. I'm never coming to Vermont because there's not enough black people. But yes,
that's
to
true.
New Yorkers.
I knew a black person that lived in Vermont one time.
You did not just say
One.
I knew a
One.
black person.
No,
who lived in
I got
the
black
whole
friends.
state of Vermont.
I got black friends. I'm telling you, one of them. His name was Theo Samuels. He played on our basketball team, and that was.
Why did he have to play on the basketball team?
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's. What can I say? Yeah, inclusivity in Vermont. As long as you're.
It is what it is. Look,
white.
it is what it is. Because when I was in, Connecticut in high school, the black guy, he was on the basketball team, and he, in my opinion, wasn't quite tall enough for the basketball team. So, yeah.
Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy Bogues.
Yeah, well, this kid didn't go pro, so.
Yeah,
Muggsy Bogues was like 4'11".
He was like 5'2", I think, wasn't he? I think he was.
Ridiculous.
I think he was like
Something
5'2".
ridiculous.
He was next to Shaq, like looking like
Yeah,
And the
Shaq
dude
Tatum
could-
must
and the
have
dude
had
could
that
dunk.
Shaq and look like that.
He could dunk. It was like the
but he was
craziest fucking
talented.
thing.
Yes.
Yeah, no, he was insane.
talented, but he was short. That was like this guy that I dated. That was his favorite player, and I just used to watch him like all the other people would tower over him, and then you just see this like little short guy. Like, yeah, you must be this tall to ride this ride. No,
The words
he
right
was
out of
very
my mouth.
talented though. Yeah, and he was actually pretty cool. My friend knew him and said that he was real laid back, real cool. At least in the beginning of his career. I don't know how it went afterwards, but
So by the way, okay, so because I'm 4 episodes through Wednesday, 4 or 5
okay.
maybe, 5, 6, I don't know,
Okay.
whatever. Does it continue being good? Is it good like right through the end? Okay.
Yes.
yes,
All right.
Yes.
All right, cool.
Yes.
I'm
Very
excited
much
for it.
so.
I enjoyed it.
That
I was a little taken back at first by Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah.
Well, I'm an original Angelica Houston and what's his name?
definitely.
The guy that died. Raymond Raul Garcia, I think it is. But anyways, I thought
agree.
they were fabulous.
Yeah,
They
I
were,
was
like,
a little
best
put off when I
Mortician.
first saw those two. I was like, wait, what? Like, I don't quite. Maybe they were going for star power with Catherine Zeta-Jones or like what they were doing. I mean, they're fine because it doesn't really fucking matter because they're on screen for like,
Right.
what, 12 minutes of like,
Short moments.
you know?
Yeah, a couple of episodes, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, it was just but yeah, the Wednesday character certainly, and I'm glad that they did it that way because I hate when they make it seem like it's going to be about Wednesday and it ends up being about everything but. And Wednesday's an interesting character that we've all wanted to know about. So it's like, yeah, I'm super impressed with the show.
And what about Christina Ricci being,
Yep.
you know, like the crazy teacher or whatever, right? Because she played
The
Wednesday
original
as well.
Wednesday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So I was really shocked.
Well, I guess movie Wednesday, right? Because I'm old enough to have seen the original Addams Family.
Well, okay. In all fairness, yes.
Casey actually knew the Addams Family. They lived next door to her.
I
when
did.
She was
They were my
younger.
neighbors in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Seriously.
They were white enough to be from Connecticut.
Well,
but let me just say this. Is it me or like all of the last quite a few characters Christina Ricci has played have all been like batshit crazy?
Dude, what was that show on Showtime or whatever where they
Yellow
were like
Jacket.
the Yellow Jackets? Yeah, she was fucking crazy.
I don't know if she's just a really good actress or if she's just like getting roles that resemble.
Well, I mean, at this point, she may have been typecast.
At least she looks cute in this one because in Yellow Jacket she's like freaky looking.
Well, yeah, they definitely aged her, and yeah, she was weird.
She was weird.
Stalker.
I do.
Yeah. I never finished watching it. It got too crazy for me.
Yeah,
I don't like when they go back and forth so much that you can't keep up with the storyline. Like that shit irks me. So I just like the 7th episode, I was like, I'm done.
Honestly, once Juliette Lewis stayed on screen for more than 5 minutes, I had to change the channel. She freaks me out.
Why? Why?
Because she used to be so hot, and now she's like my grandmother, and it like fucking totally throws me off. Natural Born Killers, man. She was like, she was the shit. Like I want a crazy woman like that, you know, and like somebody that shoots some shit up, like bury some bodies or you know whatever. But like now I see her, and I think she's gonna like bake me cookies, you know, and it's just terrifies me.
I'm done. Here's some cookies, Jay. And here's one for your mustache.
Ooh, mustache cookies. Do I have some crumbs in my mustache? My lip caterpillar?
You'll find out Wednesday. Oh my god.
Oh, nope. That was the milk.
Oh my goodness. Well, I can't remember what I've watched. I think I rewatched Raising Kanan because the last episode was, you know, a great episode. But I would like to shout out those that are in the chat. We have Big Cherry, Zany, Madame Chantel, Christopher Gagliardi, Whitney, Lorenzo, of course, and Jason. And I think I saw someone else, but I can't scroll, so...
I was like Christopher's comments because he writes so much when they put them up on the screen, they like take up like 3/4 of the thing.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. There you go. It was just like, hey, look, it's Jason. Christopher's comment. There we go.
There you go.
I feel like we should be doing voiceovers. Put it back up. We'll read it.
Wait, where'd he go?
Jason, desirable. Raul Julia played Gomez in the film version of The Addams Family.
Ooh, fun fact.
That's the wrong comment.
Fun fact.
Yes,
Hey,
good job.
And then we got spam comments. Hot girls are waiting here.
Go.
Yes, they
Ooh, they're already here, baby. We're just dressed because it's YouTube.
I'm not even wearing pants.
We haven't seen Alex or Axel in a while.
Yeah.
Those were our like boob
Our
tube.
go-tos.
Yeah.
Diehards.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Whenever we needed some research, they were Johnny on the spot.
I feel abandoned. Oh, look at this fucking... Don't anybody go to that website. Whatever this, somebody's just fucking spamming this shit.
We're not affiliated
go.
anyway.
That shit is so rude. This is not a cam site, please.
There you go. Casey, Kari, and Desiree are the hot ladies. What an answer.
Thank
Give 'em the
you.
baby.
Yes. Okay, show's over.
Thank you, everybody. Great show. All right. We'll talk to y'all later. All right. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Damn,
Said,
Jay,
"You
you
read too
couldn't
long,
hit that
folks
shit
will be
fast
so
enough.
confused."
Yeah.
You seen how quick he hit that shit?
Damn.
Like,
Yeah. No. I'm
if
good.
you'd have
Good
asked
comeback
me-
show, ladies. We'll see you in February.
Oh yeah. Oh well, what about next week? Did we just cancel next week too?
I mean, I figured this. We just hit the nail on the head. Like it's like George
Knocked it out the
Costanza. You gotta leave on a high note.
Oh my God, George Costanza. Oh, Lord.
Can't stand you.
Oh.
Ah.
Jay is having a good time today.
It's
In fact,
dude. It's the mustache. Jay'sMustacheRides.com.
it has a personality of its
Hurry
own.
up and buy that before somebody here does.
By the way, I think 69XXX.site is probably snatched it up already, and they're gonna have hot mustache rides here.
Oh my gosh! And instead of the penis, what's that thing called? The
The
weenus?
weenus?
We should do one that has a mustache.
Oh.
And you could really ride the mustache.
By the way, we all obviously can recognize how glorious this mustache is, right? So, but the amazing thing about it was it wasn't even the winner of the mustache competition.
No.
You know how
Exactly.
fucked up is that?
Can you
Like,
post the picture of the winner.
I gotta find it because God knows it. Like, I buried it deep because I'm just so goddamn upset that I grew this fucking thing
Sorry.
Wait,
no.
can I
Listen.
ask? Can I ask? The winner was also holding a belt. Was that for winning?
Yes,
the
that was
Yes.
Mark's Mustache
Love it.
Mania.
Love it.
I was
Belt.
just about to say, Dan had
Love
that
that.
fucking belt with him everywhere.
So wait, here we go.
The meet and greet.
There we go.
The
There's Mark on the right side of the screen with the mustache we all aspired to have. And then there's Dan, who just edged me out of the mustache competition. It was a tight challenge, but you know somebody had to win, and I'm just glad that it was Dan. Subsequently, I believe I came in third.
Who was second?
I think Ted got second.
No way.
And I believe so. And then the sad part is, and I don't know as if I have a photo of it. The sad part was I tied with a girl for third and fourth. Brittany busted out a fake mustache.
I was gonna say Brittany's.
She got some sympathy votes, and you know in the end, you know she tied with me. So I still have the mustache. She does not.
That is
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
I don't know. I think I might
I'm
keep
sure-
it for a while. It's like a power move.
Oh my gosh. My mustache said I can't do that. I'm sorry.
I walk up
Blame
to
it on the
people's
staff.
windows, I tap, and I say license and registration.
No, you gotta say it like Jaji. So Jaji has this like heavy New York Puerto Rican accent, right? And she's telling me the story about how she got pulled over by the police and didn't have her seatbelt on. And so when he came over there, her excuse was she just got a boob job and tried to use her boobs to get out of a ticket. And he says license and registration, but coming from her, it's hilarious. And she tried to use her titties and it didn't work. She still got the ticket.
Right, here you go. See?
Oh,
How do I
that's
compete
dope.
with this? Like,
yeah,
it's just not fair.
There is no competing.
No, it's.
Those eyes, though,
I was focused on the mustache,
I'm sure you were. How can I rip this bitch off?
dude.
You
you know
can't
what?
win if you don't have it.
I was actually sure when she walked into the competition that she was going to win because I just assumed like all of us are going to get fucking. We've grown a mustache for a month and had to live life with this thing, and she's going to walk in, stick one on, and fucking walk out. But Dan, honestly, I mean that shit was fucking.
nice mustache.
That shit was glorious. You know, couldn't have happened to a better mustache guy because that was. You know, I mean, come
Agreed.
on, look at that thing. You know,
That's nice.
yeah, it's and I
like-
believe he still has the mustache too.
Yeah, go back.
Oh, hold on.
We
Damn.
have to do some judging. See, look, it has a perfect form, and the color, like
The
it's just
color
like
is
the
very close. Yep. And, you
Yeah.
know, it all in all, very impressive.
Yeah. Good job. Good
Yeah.
job. Good looking stashes.
Nice job, Dan.
We should do a a mustache contest for our viewers.
If I don't, I can't enter another mustache competition if I can't take the loss again.
Well, it'd be a conflict of interest if you entered.
Well,
Your stash already has a personality.
thank you,
It has a
Jason.
website.
I do still have the best stash. I appreciate that. That's
So wait, are we suggesting that the viewers have
Send in.
mustaches or that we have
Yeah.
mustaches?
I mean, we could do it too. I'm down to get a stash. I'm not gonna wear it anywhere. I'll just wear it on here. You know. But I think the viewers should do it. I think there's got to be some viewers out there that are willing to smack on a stash, or if they already have one. You know, we did a whole episode on mustaches.
I don't see anybody. I don't see anybody jumping up and down. Oh,
Not
you know-
one.
Lies.
Not one fucking person volunteered. Not one.
Welcome to Boob Tube's mustache competition. Oh my god, this shit just went off the rails real fast. I really missed you guys. Yeah, this
We
is.
missed you too. Missed you too, Jay.
We've gotten through 3 shows. Congratulations.
Hey,
All right,
I
so you
got-
ready? I got one.
Yes,
It was just on Netflix, and it was like one of those documentaries. I forget the name of it. It was about this two women that got caught drug muling from like basically like a locked up abroad.
Ibiza.
You ever watch? Yeah, they were in Ibiza,
Yeah.
and then they went to Lima or some shit, and then they tried to
Not
bring
Ibiza.
bring through like, you know, however much like heroin or whatever the fuck it was. I am amazed that as a younger person, I did not get caught up in some type of drug muling ring. Because I really like the first part of the story. It just always like seems like, yeah, that's something I would definitely have been into. Like I want to be partying in Ibiza and have somebody randomly come up to me and be like, hey, so I got a way that you can make some extra money. I'm like, hey, the girl actually tells the story. She's like, I ate a bunch of acid. And then they were like, hey, do you want to go run these drugs from like wherever? And I was like, yeah, sure. And they like put her on a plane and sent her off. And so I'm always amazed, you know, that people actually do this and that they get busted with it. But goddamn, do I love a good drug mule story. That's like one of my favorite things on TV.
It's like the guy that was a pilot. He was a pilot for the U.S. government, and he was smuggling drugs for Escobar. I think it was Escobar.
Yep.
To Mexico. Yeah, that like listening to that story. As a matter of fact, Tom Cruise played the pilot. I think it was Tom Cruise.
It's definitely not Tom Cruise.
Who was it?
I think it was Beetlejuice from the Howard Stern Show.
No, it was not Beetlejuice. I thought it was Tom Cruise. But anyways, they did a movie about it, and they were just, you know, talking about how, you know, he was an experienced pilot that could fly through all these different terrains, and he was muling drugs.
Of course he was. He had like 100 kilos of cocaine in the back. Anybody can fly a plane with that much coke.
Sure, me too. Let me just hop in and, you know, breaker 1 2 3.
That's actually the code for it. You're
Right,
100%
exactly. Crash.
My favorite drug muling show has
Mm-hmm.
to be Weird Millers. I
Mm.
love that movie. Love
Stop
it.
it.
That was thoroughly entertaining. No lie.
It was.
I love Jason Sudeikis.
And Jennifer Aniston as a stripper. Who saw that coming?
Yep.
I used to love her. I mean, I still do. She's still super beautiful. But, the Friends days of Jennifer Aniston were like,
The best.
yeah. I'm pretty sure I lost my virginity to her. Not her actually in the room, but, you know.
Oh my god. Fucking people. People,
Seriously.
woman of the year. Hello.
What was that? What was the sound effect that went with that? Jesus Christ. That's like when your car doesn't start. Okay. That's totally different.
That's how I imagine.
How do I
you
not have a
say.
masturbation sound effect. Like
I
it's
don't know. You need to work on that.
no,
That's
that's
not
not it. No.
masturbating.
Oh, no, that's not it.
Okay. I'm beginning to question your choices, your life choices.
Oh, I've been doing that a lot lately.
Same. So I went to the Exotica after party.
Speaking of bad life choices,
Yeah.
What could
which
possibly go
one
wrong?
in DC?
Saturday, yeah. Yeah, the one that was at Breakers.
Okay,
And
how was
let me
it?
just say, it was great,
Mm-hmm.
except I came to the realization I'm too old to go to the club because there was like a lot of young men there. And today's idea of hitting on women is vastly different than 20 plus years ago. So it was definitely a culture shock to
Okay.
be like this 47-year-old cougar walking around the club, and I'm like drinking my drink. And, Ella's keeping me with a drink in hand
Loaded,
at all
right?
times.
Always.
So, I'm like double fisting and walking around and, having a good time. Like I'm happy. And these guys are like, where the fuck do you think you're going? And I'm like, whoo, hello. And you are? And it was just like the whole like approach. When are you gonna give me your number? Like, hello.
Yeah.
Hi. My name is I'm not giving you shit. Who the fuck are you? And please get out of my face. Thank you very much. I think you just spit in my drink. Here, you can keep it.
You're lucky
Like,
if that's the only thing they put in your drink. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
ended up right. Oh no. No. Brittany was definitely like cup watching. Don't put that down. In fact, I was waiting for her to bring me like the drink condom and be like, put this over your drink.
Yeah.
But I ended up in VIP with like G and Jordan and Brittany and everybody. Like we went in there because I'm old and there was nowhere to sit. So,
Old, I need to sit down.
like I danced for like 30 seconds. But yeah, it was just we had a good time. We didn't stay very long, but it was just an interesting experience because I haven't been to a club in so long that like things have definitely changed. And I felt really out of place and old. So yeah.
Dude, that's why we have our little VIP section set up so that we can just kind of slide in and do our thing. I actually went by on Saturday night Cloakroom down in DC, and it was great because Lisa Ann was appearing on the rooftop, and they have a like rooftop. She's a fucking best, man. They have like a rooftop sports book on top of this place. And it overlooks the city, beautiful spot. And then the second floor is like the strip club. I think Janine Jericho was performing there. We rolled in, and it's always funny to me because I hadn't set it up until I realized that I was just out to dinner like next to the place and with a bunch of friends, and we were like, oh, hey, it's literally around the block. So I call them and I'm like, hey, could you take care of us? We'll be there in a little bit. We roll in, and like, so they're great fucking people. They took great care of us. Brought us into like the strip club area, gave us like the corner table, brought out a bunch of bottles, did the whole thing.
Nice.
And I felt so bad because I'm sitting there and I'm like, where's Lisa? And they're like, oh, she's upstairs on the rooftop. So I go up there and it's like this beautiful, quiet, like overlooking. There's probably 30 people up there. Literally by most standards, nothing happening. Like it was just chill and whatever. I look at the guy, I'm like, could we move upstairs? He's like, wait. We just like cleared this whole spot for you and like gave you this whole thing, and you want to go to the quiet spot? I'm like, yes, please. That's exactly what I want to do. So you talk about being old. Yes. Yeah. That was my move.
I went to
Yes, but a
Lisa's
rooftop sounds classy though.
It was
is.
dope. It was like a real cool setup spot. Like it honestly, when you walk in, it looks like almost like just a brownstone building, and It's got just a little sign out front, like nothing crazy. And when you walk in, you like look like it feels like you're walking into like the Cosby house. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden it opens up and it's fucking the strip club is like boom, 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 pounding. They came up, they were like, we're really sorry when we brought the bottles out, we didn't do like the whole sparkler and show thing because Janine Jericho was like on stage and she has fire and whatever. I was like, no. Thank you. That's exactly how I
don't
want
to
it to
attract
be.
any more attention.
No, I'm good with the low key entrance and exit.
Yeah, it's dope. Lisa's awesome. I went to her book reading on Sunday, and nobody wanted to ask any questions, so I, opened up the floor for her, and help get things moving along.
rolling. Dude, she's so fucking rad. I mean, she's been doing
I love
exoticas
her.
now for years and years, and man, you would be hard pressed to find a classier act, man. She if ever a new person was getting into the business or interested in like how to get into adult or how to do it right, like she is the person to ask, because she's the one that like she has her money right, she's got her head right, she looks fucking phenomenal. She just, I mean, dude, that girl hits it out of the park every fucking time I see her. I love her. She's great.
Yeah, I want to be like her when I grow up.
Oh, don't we all?
For sure. So, anywho, what's coming up on TV? Do we have like new shows coming in this new season? Is there like a Tommy or Power Book 2 or I don't know?
I didn't hear any of that, but I did hear there's another Scream movie coming out next year.
The last one was whack.
Yeah, it was. I seen it.
Yeah, I was like,
I was super shocked and super like, okay. And then now I see the announcement for this new one. He's like, I'm coming to New York. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's what I hate
So,
about horror films is I feel like they just drag it out. It's like Halloween. We're on like
yeah,
Halloween 6,452, and supposedly he's dead now, but he was dead in all the other ones too. So, like,
it's going to be
what are we gonna?
Halloween 2.0.
Are we gonna have like Michael Myers Jr.?
Maybe.
Like,
Jamie Lee Curtis
I
is
feel
going to be in a rascal, and she's going to be trying to run away from Michael Myers, who is in a walker
I'm tired
and
of
has
killing this
diabetes
man.
and like is half a
Wearing
leg.
a diaper.
Yep.
He got a diaper. He's got a
Right.
diaper.
Yep. I can see
she's
it.
gonna pop. She's gonna pop in her teeth.
Halloween geriatric coming summer 2095.
Somebody get my Depends.
Oopsie, I just pooped myself.
Hey, you dropped something. There's this TikTok where this lady's on the pole, like in a dress with clearly no panties on, and she's like holding on to the pole or whatever. And then all of a sudden she poops, and the guy's like, you dropped something. And I'm like, you probably should wear panties, lady. Or maybe you shouldn't have been on the pole if you knew you had to.
Yeah, I was going to say that's probably more like it.
Yeah. You're holding on to that pole. You need to be, on the pot. But anyways.
Oh, and then You is coming out with a new season on Netflix too. I don't know if you guys seen it, but if
I've
you
seen it
haven't,
before.
watch it.
You?
Yeah,
Like
it's really
EWE
good.
or
You.
YOU?
Y-O-U.
YOU.
You.
Y-O-U.
It's not
It's
about
the one
like
where he's
sheep
like
or
a
anything?
stalker or something, isn't he?
Sheep murders?
Yeah. Very like stalkerish. Stalker.
Somebody take away his mic privileges, please. Casey, do you have the controls?
I don't.
The beauty of this is you don't. This is
Yeah.
like...
Gotta roll with it.
That's right.
Oh, man.
Is that on Animal Planet? Love that show.
We didn't talk about very many shows today. So that means I don't have to redo my list for next week.
My job here is done.
Yep.
I can just leave this one posted as is and come back to it.
Right? Look. You know when you've been
Oh my
laughing
God.
too hard. Oh my god.
Okay.
I watched
Although,
Squid
can I
Game
just,
again.
Oh, you know what's funny? My son was watching that again the other day. I haven't even
What
thought
is
about
it?
that. Squid Games.
Squid Game?
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it the first time
Oh.
yet.
Really? It was actually pretty fucking good.
Yeah. Well, Lorenzo watched it, which says a lot because he doesn't watch a lot of weird stuff. So.
He's more of an Animal Planet guy.
Rawr.
I got you read, Lorenzo. Read you like a book.
But I did want to mention I've watched. I don't know if it was Netflix, HBO, Stars, Hulu, whatever. But I watched one of those programs about Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Dude,
I think it was on
that
Netflix.
was. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the Netflix one.
No.
I,
Okay.
I think it was the one that was Ghislaine Maxwell. But it was fascinating because when they talk about her growing up and her relationship with her father and the type of person that her father was, she almost seemed destined to hook up with someone like um what's his face?
Epstein.
Yeah. Yeah, not to
She,
say that her dad was a pedophile, but the
no, but she was
personality-
sexualized or raised in like a sexualized environment and
Exactly.
a powerful sexualized environment. That was the
Yeah.
crazy thing. I never realized
Right.
like her dad was like a bigwig, and
Right.
and she just kind of like, I don't know. Like, I mean, it's weird because sounds weird. I liked her like outward swagger. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, fuck you. Like, I'm hot and this shit's hot. And like, you guys are you're going to touch her and this is going to, like, obviously it goes a lot further down the fucking rabbit hole than that, which gets not okay. But like, I will say that I liked, initially at least just her like sex forward kind of like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that like anything and anybody, when you live in a bubble like that for so long, your shit gets real foggy, and like and all of a sudden that stuff that like maybe was just on the fringe but like different but acceptable goes well outside of the fringe and wildly unacceptable.
Well, and I think I've heard this from a lot of my friends who say have some level of celebrity, that they get accustomed, people who are in that position of wealth and power and celebrity, whatever, they get accustomed to doing whatever comes top of mind, whether it's cool or not cool. And when they're in that bubble, like you talk about, everybody's doing it, or everybody's who's there knows we don't talk about this when we leave the room, whether you participated or not. So the minute you bring that outside the bubble, they don't see how not right their behavior is. And so when you listen to
and there's nobody there to check them.
Right. That's what I was about to say.
You,
no one's telling him it's wrong.
Right.
And when you listen to the stories from these girls, these women, their experience with these people, it is really interesting. I mean, she hooks up with Epstein not too long after her dad dies, and he sort of fills this powerful man void that her dad's death created. But she still already, before Epstein showed up, was this person who really enjoyed sexual experiences. And so it just seems like he filled two categories for her: the powerful man daddy figure who's going to take care of me, and the sexual freakiness. Although I did find it interesting when she was talking to some of these girls saying, before getting to all of the girls, that because Epstein's sex drive was so high, she could no longer keep up with him. And then, like any pedophile, she aged out, so to speak. I mean, she was probably already older than necessary, but he aged her out quick, and, she willingly turned into the pimp.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times they also have a distorted reality. Their version of reality is, whatever they make it. So,
you got hundreds of millions.
Right. I was going to say I don't want to say that's the problem with, but that is one of the things that can happen with celebrity and money, especially when you're wealthy and not necessarily a celebrity. So, because at that level, you don't know me. So I can do whatever, and it's not getting out because I run in a very uncelebrity, unfamous circle. The minute you start adding famous people, shit starts leaking out.
Right. You're like, go tell somebody. I dare you. Like,
or get
nobody knows
pictures
who
of
the
it.
fuck I am.
Show the pictures of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they didn't take pictures back when it was, just laying in all her little elitist England friends. but nobody was showing it because, for them, that was not going to be cool. But that's just what we do. This is how we party, and it's all good.
This is how we do it.
So it was interesting because all of the, up until they started really, really focusing on her, it was all Epstein's a bad guy. Epstein's a bad guy. Epstein's a bad guy.
True.
Oh, Ghislaine was introducing him to these girls, but Epstein's the bad guy. He's the bad one. But when you see her history pre-Epstein and everything she did when she was with Epstein, she's just as guilty.
Right.
Way.
Yes.
You know who else is guilty?
Matt Damon.
That's right. I said it.
Don't forget to show Sam.
Did you guys watch the Harry and Meghan on Netflix too?
I just started.
Okay,
it's never.
It's good.
Listen, I am not a watch the royals person. I will say that. Didn't watch the funeral, didn't watch the wedding, didn't watch Guy's funeral, didn't watch any of those things. However, I decided to watch this. One of my girlfriends randomly sent me a text super early in the morning. I was like, hey, I'm watching this. You got to watch it. And I don't know how far I am. I think I'm almost done. But it is really interesting. I think one of the things that struck me was when he started going out with Meghan, he talked about, the various girlfriends and how they didn't last long because being with a royal is tough and so forth and so on. But I was more fascinated by the fact that, dude, you just go out and date like you're a regular dude. Like he's going out to the local pub, meeting Meghan and sweating bricks because he's late. And she's talking trash because he's late. And, I'm like, this is way too regular for me. Like,
I think he makes it sound regular, but there ain't nothing fucking regular about that dude. I mean, he's rolling out. You got to imagine they got like the place surrounded. Somebody's ran recon through the place. They're probably half actors.
And that's what I was looking for.
Yeah,
that's what I was looking for.
There's I don't know.
The way they tell that part of their introduction to their relationship, they make it seem like Harry.
Of course they do. Everybody wants to seem normal, but come on, man.
Like a regular dude. Like they portray him in my mind. I see him as like the quarterback of the high school football team, and he's local town famous, so everybody knows him, but they all act like it's not a big deal. Like that's how it came off.
Wait, hold on for a second. Maybe they were the executive producers of said documentary, and they told you what they wanted you to hear. Right.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, but that was the whole premise.
Right.
The whole premise was we want to tell the story.
Right.
So it's very, very collegey. I met my husband first day of my freshman year.
We looked at each other and we knew we were destined to be.
Yeah, it's very like that. So,
Yeah.
but that part aside, I do appreciate his experience of his mother, his relationship with his mother and father, his mother's death, and how that affected him, and what he had to endure being a young boy, grieving the death of his mother and being royal and famous at the same time. Like that part of the story, I could thoroughly appreciate. No judgment.
Did they share anything about the turbulence inside the, like the royal family?
I haven't finished yet. So the only thing that I saw a little bit of was they did some quick talking about, so they did some quick talking about Meghan and Meghan being a woman of color, and whatever, like, and of what I've seen, it was a little bit. Now I got to be honest, as a woman of color, I listen and hear and listen to that and look at her and go, until you told me, I didn't know. So, if that is her experience, then fuck all of y'all, because she's passing like a motherfucker, okay? That, until you tell me and I see her mama, that's not a woman of color. So I hate that she even had that experience, because I'm gonna tell you, as a woman of color, that shit is painful, very, very painful, and it does leave you with scars. So yeah, and to have a whole country think you're an evil bitch,
The whole world. It wasn't just the country.
I mean, that's worse than the high school girl bully, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you legit, like, I can understand why they felt like they had to go into hiding, you know, when, like Kari says, the whole world is feeling some kind of way about you and whatever. But yeah, I you know, I still have a little bit more to finish, but it is interesting. It is interesting. Sorry, did I just say that? My bad.
Well, on that note, hey Jay, you got some pink boxes for us?
Oh, I do.
Box
If I
time?
could just remember where they come from. Oh, there we go. How about that? We're gonna forego the Exotica 2022 dates because there are no more. We're all done. It's
Very much so.
And then next week we're going to have our year-end Christmas yearly wrap-up kind of deal, right?
Yep.
Things we're grateful for from 2022.
Exactly. And then we're taking the month of January off.
Yay!
Heard it here first.
Yes. We will be returning on my birthday.
February 1st.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? And so in the meantime, these
Watch
pink
your weight.
boxes will be able, I'm pointing
Yes.
to them because like people can tell that I'm pointing to them.
Yeah.
Or where
You
you're
can't
going
see
to
the
find
stash cam.
these three girls. And I will be busy gaining at least 20 pounds in eggnog and mustache over the next month.
And weed.
And weed. The weed will contribute to the 20 pounds. I might have 20 pounds of weed
It's
on
420.
me. I am going to Vermont for the Christmas holiday, so I should
Nice.
have 20 pounds of weed at some point on me.
Safe travels.
And we'll all be ready to. Oh, no, it's legal. Maybe not 20 pounds, but it's legal.
Definitely not 20 pounds.
No.
I'm gonna smoke it 1 ounce at a time.
Yes. We'd like to thank everyone for watching. We appreciate your support and look forward to wrapping up 2022 next week. You can see us here, same time, same bat channel. And with that being said, back to you, Jay.
Yay! Oh man, how do I close the show? Oh yeah, here we go.